Hey YouTube, it's me Turfed, and this is a camera quality test for Camileo H30, my Toshiba full 1920 by 1080p HD camcorder. And I'm gonna get started with an indoor review. Well, camera quality test. Here we have an Xbox 360, which pissed me off for one reason only. As you can see, it does a great white balance pickup, as well as switches to focus on different colors pretty quickly. Rather than the Sony camera that I had, focus time right there is produced. It does have some kind of fuzziness around it until you take it outdoors, which is what I'm about to do, which is why I redid this camera quality test, and because the other one didn't have a lot of various sounds. As you can see, it picks up plant color pretty nicely. Statues, perverted statues, fat lady statues, stones that I need to sweep back into the yard, dead plants, more statues, fat people statues, more fat people, fat couple. It's not funny. The focus on this camera is really immaculate, especially in macro mode. As you can see, the plants in the background are kind of blurred out. If I focus in on the statue, well, the guy's hat and the boy, refocus time, anyway, the focus time on this is pretty decent. Kept some wildlife, focus time again, switching to how it reflects off the water. Oh my god, I just missed a rabbit. See if I can get that without it being rabid and biting me. Yeah, it ran away, never mind. Oh, there was a rabbit. Anyway, so focusing back on the lake, as you can see, it pretty much picks up really great reflection. Look at that leaf. That is an awesome leaf. This is an awesome camera too. This camera does 16 megapixels still. The Toshiba site says 10 megapixels, but it does 16 megapixels if you switch to it in the device options menu. See, look at that, and it takes stills with just as much quality. There's a nice little spider. See if I can focus in on that. 5 times zoom, 6 times digital zoom. It's a problem with the macro mode right there. It wouldn't pick up the spider, only the spider web and tree, which is kind of awkward. I guess they overdid that. Pretty nice lens on it, I guess. Since it's not a DSLR, I don't have to buy any extra lenses for it. Just the reason why I switched to camcorders. Look at that lady. It's pretty nice quality overall. 1920 by 1080p. 30. There's just a 30 in front of it. I'm not sure what that means. Golf course. Awesome. You can see the lake perfectly from here. Awesome scenery. Tree. Home. So there's your camera quality test that I had to redo, just because I felt bad for the other one being 30 seconds and I was on a trip in Orlando and I was just playing around with my camera. So, you know, sorry about that carelessness. And I'm going to take this around front for one last zoom test. A little lizard running around. Something's going to jitter. These are the jitter bushes. See, told you. So there's a stop sign down there. I want to see how good I can focus on it. And there, if you can see that, it's pretty good. Another fat lady statue. Look at you being fat. I think I'm going to take it for another run on the inside. First, let me get one of these plants in macro mode. Look at that. Blurs out everything else, and it's so great at focusing. Take it on the inside on some fake plants. Focus time is pretty good. You may have to zoom in and out sometimes in order to get those perfect shots. It's like a Mortal Kombat character. I mean, this is perfect for anybody who's trying to put together a reel file for college or some kind of gig they want to do that requires a reel. This camera's kind of perfect for video. No reason for me to spend $800 on another camera that does exactly the same thing, which is pretty awesome for $230, $240. Definitely affordable if you want a good HD camera. Otherwise, I guess a budget camera's fine too. But the thing about this camera is it comes with all of those options as well. Sorry, excuse me. It has WVGA, which is kind of standard 720p that also provides video stabilization. My bathroom where I can see 62 me's. Yeah, I mean it provides video stabilization with 720p, not 1080p. But I guess it's because it's 1920 by 1080p, so I guess they don't really allow that. Well, not necessarily allow, but it's kind of unnecessary. It doesn't need to be stabilized. It's pretty epic on its own. I really wanted to keep this video short because YouTube is kind of slow with uploads, or my internet's slow. So there's your video quality test of my home. You want to see my dad's clothes and suitcases. Yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna have to ask you to not look at my face any longer because I don't like to show my face on my videos. Subscribe, comment, and rate, and thanks. And now here's a dollhouse. That guy.